9G of Gavin Riddell. Row number 3, Paul Billings in the number 10 with Steve Billings in the 84. Row 4, Sheldon Hoogwerf in the 27, the 17 IG of Ian Gordon. Final row for the 70s and 80s class will be the 9W of Wayne Riddell and Tim Natalino in car number 41. Now for the 50s and 60s division, it will be Greg Hale on the pole for that certain division in car number 28, along with the 42 of Pat Charlin. Row 2, it's Tim Charlin, the 12, along with the 11 of Adi Bedard. Joey Hiltz in the 13, the 00, Daryl Wilson. Final row will be Denzel Billings in the 38 machine. We will have 2 winners in this race.
Dancing all over. Lightning.
Oh, that woke you up?
No, it didn't wake me up. I was up. Oh yeah? There's 17 cars out there.
So white flag will be displayed. Those of you watching at home on Dirt Track Digest, thank you for joining us here on First Responder Night at the Can-Am Speedway. All the talented crew up here in the tower doing their thing. I think Mike is a puddle upstairs with the camera. I think he's got to be by now.
20 laps each go.
So Chad Lackey and Jason Riddell will go away from the pole. Keep in mind the 50s and 60s division will go from Greg Hale and Pat Charland back there in about row number 6. Sent to go green. 20 laps is the distance off of turn number 4. The Eastern Ontario Vintage Stock Car Club is green. Into turn number 1 and 2, first time off the corner. Chad Lackey gets the advantage down the back straightaway as they work in turn number 3 and 4 for the very first time. It will be Riddell and Lackey going at it for the race lead up off of turn number 4. Back down to the line at lap number 1. Wheel to wheel into turn number 1 is going to be Riddell taking the top spot away. As they head through turns 1 and 2, Joe August Jr. right there in third. Lackey gets a great run off the bottom. He'll try to pull even turns with Riddell into turn number 3 and 4 and does just that. Lackey down there on the inside lane. Jason Riddell, look at the left front way up in the air as they make his way up off the turn. Caution lights are on. Sheldon Hoogwerf from the 27, Denzel Billings in the 38, both slow over there to a stop in turn number 3 and 4. Hoogwerf gets the car rolling again. Sheldon, a veteran in racing, started out running in the street stock division, moved on to the pro stock ranks for a few years. Spent some time running in the dirt car sportsman division as well out of Prescott, Ontario. Won a lot of races in the dirt car sportsman ranks, made the jump back to the street stock ranks a few years ago. Decided to scale back his racing program and got into this vintage division and has been right at home and enjoying racing ever since. This division, of course, they get to tour around to a few different racetracks over the course of the year.
Allie's old cars in there? No, it's not.
So the command has been given to double up. We are going to go green, and next time by, white flag will be displayed. Thanks again to the good folks at Whitesboro Plow Shop for being on hand with us this evening here at Can-Am, official sponsors of our Dirt Car 358 Modified Division at the Speedway. It will be Chad Lackey leading from the inside lane. Jason Riddell on the outside as they roll through turn number 3 and 4, looking for the green. Mike LeClaire looks them over at the cone off of turn number 4. Green lights back on, and away we go. Chad Lackey again gets the advantage into turn number 1 and 2. Jason Riddell right there in second. Joe August has got a lot of horses underneath the hood. He pulls alongside of Jason Riddell. It looks to go to second as they enter into turn number 3 and 4. August right there on the back doorstep trying to find the way by Chad Lackey up off the turn. Back down to the line they go, and it's Lackey in control. August trying to stay as low as he can. That's where the most bite is around this racetrack. Steve Billings starting to move into contention as well. Billings holding on to the 4 spot. Battle for 5th is on between Paul Billings in the 10, the 9 of Gavin Riddell as well. Off of turn number 4, crossing the line this time by Lackey in control. Jason Riddell trying to find the way back by the 17 of August into turn number 1 and 2 for position number 2 as the 84 of Steve Billings battling in spot number 4, and back there for the 5 spot. Good battle between Gavin Riddell and Paul Billings. Former karting champion here, Ian Gordon, holding on to position number 4 as they bring it back down to the line at lap number 5. Lackey still in control. Riddell has gotten around Joe August to pick up spot number 3, or number 2 rather. Steve Billings gets by for the 3 spot. As we continue to watch the battle, Ian Gordon down low picks up a couple of spots from Gavin Riddell and the 10 of Paul Billings. So Ian Gordon now up into the top 5 as they bring it back down to the line this time by Chad Lackey, still in control of the field. 9 of Riddell right there with him in second, trying to do something with him as we work in lap number 6 this time by. 2-car length advantage for Lackey as they hit the backstretch. 9 of Riddell there for second. Steve Billings still third. Joe August had a lot of speed in that car earlier on, and now looks like he's fading just a little bit here as they complete lap number 7 this time by. Top 3 all running right around the very inside portion of the racetrack. The 17 of Joe August continues to rim ride around the speedway, around the top side of the racetrack as they all start to space out amongst the top 3. Chad Lackey, one of the best runs of his career as they bring it across the line, but here comes Jason Riddell down in that inside lane once again into turn number 1. Trying to get alongside of Lackey. That didn't quite work as they head off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. 8 laps are complete, and the battle is on for the race lead. Chad Lackey has it. Jason Riddell trying to take it away from him, though, as he hit turn number 4 and back down to the line. Here comes Riddell for the lead, down across the line, nearly a dead heat. Lackey by a half a car length into turn number 1. Riddell continuing to work that inside lane, and now Jason Riddell takes over the top spot as they work lap number 9. Jason Riddell, your new race leader, as they enter into turn number 3 and 4. They'll be coming up on some lap cars. This is going to be the drivers in the 50s and 60s division right now, as Jason Riddell wants that inside lane. Darrell Wilson is right there with him, though, and Wilson gives way, moves up off the bottom to allow Riddell to get by. As they head down the back straightaway, Chad Lackey will clear Wilson into turn number 3. Your leader in the 50s and 60s division is Greg Hale at the moment, unofficially, as they hit turn number 3 and 4. Jason Riddell once again leads the way. 10 laps is complete. 10 laps are down. Chad Lackey still there in second. Steve Billings third. Joe August is fourth. Ian Gordon having a solid run in fifth. Watching the battle between Gavin Riddell and Paul Billings as they drag race down the back straightaway, and that's the battle for 6th and 7th overall. 8th is Greg Hale. Jason Riddell still there for second. Big move for Steve Billings. He'll get up alongside of Chad Lackey for position number 2 as Lackey falls to third. Joe August has pulled it to the infield, done for this one, so Ian Gordon now jumps up into fourth. 13 laps are complete. Ian Gordon now fourth, Gavin Riddell fifth. Sixth is Paul Billings. Greg Hale now up to position number 7 with the 27 of Sheldon Hoogwerf in 8th. 9th is Wayne Riddell. Overall, Joey Hiltz completes the top 10 and the 13 is a complete lap number 14 with 6 laps left to go. Jason Riddell's got the lead, but Steve Billings is on the move. Billings, a multi-time winner in this division. Also a former street stock champion at his home track at Brockville and at Cornwall as well back about a decade ago. Trying to move in and take over the race lead as Jason Riddell continues to lap cars at will. He's got clear racetrack in front of him for the next couple of laps or so. He's trying to run away from Steve Billings, who has got Jason Riddell in his sights. Chad Lackey holding on to third at the moment. Ian Gordon all by himself in fourth as they head down the back straightaway. Your leader's in turn number 3 right now. Jason Riddell continues to show the way. 5-car length advantage over Steve Billings as they cross the line this time by 4 to go for Jason Riddell. 16 laps down, 4 more to go, and Jason Riddell trying to hold on for his first ever Can-Am win. Steve Billings trying to put the iconic 84 back in victory lane here. As they head through turn number 3 and 4 this time by, we'll have 3 laps left to go. Riddell starting to enter into traffic one more time. This is going to open the door for Steve Billings to close the gap. He's got 3 car lengths to deal with. Darrell Wilson allows Riddell to get back by in the inside lane. Steve Billings is going to make a run at this one, though. He's going to close right in on the back doorstep. He's right there with Jason Riddell as they come back to the line with 2 laps left to go. Riddell in command of it. Will Steve Billings jump on the line and try something on that outside lane, or will he stick with the bottom? Looks like he's going to go with the bottom side, up off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. White flag will be out. The white flag is waving this time by. Into turn number 3 and 4. Jason Riddell can see the white flag waving. Final trip around for Jason Riddell. 3-car length advantage over Steve Billings into turn number 1 and 2. Billings going to give it his all into the corner. He's closed in quickly. He's got a car length now on Jason Riddell as they come down the back straightaway. Battle on for the win here. Can-Am as Steve Billings trying to pull in on the back bumper of Riddell. Will Riddell slip up enough for Billings to get by? He's there. He's alongside of him off of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. Jason Riddell gets the victory. Steve Billings a close second at the line. Chad Lackey will cross in third, followed by Ian Gordon in the 17. He'll come home fourth, and at the line for fifth, it will be the 9 of Gavin Riddell. And we are going to head trackside.